Adam, thanks for joining me. From your perspective, I mean, what are the big opportunities in magazine media at the moment? Is there anything emerging that we're not fully aware of, some kind of new technology or a channel that the industry should be embracing?
Yeah, so I think we talked a lot today about what publishers should and shouldn't be doing. For me, I think you're going to see a real shift in the next 18 months, 2 years. The technology and the digital footprints that these brands are working with is only going to come closer to them over the coming years. So good editorial will have a better opportunity, I think, to thrive as we see this content overload start to calm down. So what will become really prevalent, I think, in the next couple of years is the quality. So quality will become an important thing again. We're in a snackable excess at the moment of content, and what you'll start to see is a move back towards longer form as algorithms start to get busted in the sense that, you know, video is a thing, so therefore you don't need to chase it. It will be back into better formats, better quality, and I think masthead publishing brands are so well placed to pick up on this. So I believe from a theme point of view is consistency, testing and being agile in the digital space will really help them. There isn't one knockout blow that's going to make everything work, but I think each brand, depending on whether you're a youth brand through to a specialist brand or a slightly older one, getting your hierarchy of how you use print and digital right will be really exciting times, and I think the publishers will push through the quality content.
And how will the audience follow there? I mean, is the way that audiences engage with magazine media changing?
Definitely. So engagement is a really interesting thing at the moment. And I think back to my previous point is there's been a bit of a gold rush. So content overload has just created, you know, I think consumers are overwhelmed with the amount of content. So there's lots of, you know, digital first publishers, there's brands publishing, all kinds of behaviours are being challenged. So that's why I think the underlying current for me is big masthead publishers that have good context with their editorial offerings will continue to rise above the chatter and the absolute overload, if you like, in this content marketplace at the moment.
And finally, do you think there's any appetite for competing publishers to perhaps start pooling their resources on the sales side together to help sort of square up to the Facebooks and Googles of this world?
Yeah, I think collaboration is a really important thing, and it probably hasn't been enough of it of late. I think that a good idea will transcend many different brands and platforms. So I think from a customer point of view, a lot of the brands that we work with would be very open to working with a multi-channel, multi-brand from a publisher side kind of model. So I think if we could achieve that, and if we could do it in a way that was relatively simple, i.e. it's quite hard to get lots of different perhaps editors to agree to the same kind of formats, but if we could find a way around that, I think you'd find some really willing clients and revenue streams off the back of it.
We'll check in a year from now and see what's happened.
Okay.
Adam, thanks so much.
Cheers.